You know, the 80s and early 90s for the New York Yankees, it was a strange mix because the Blue Jays and Boston were the dominant ALE squads. They did make it to World Series in 81, but they had a whole bunch of great players towards the later part of the decade that should have won a World Series, but due to factors outside of their control, including the strength of some of the teams ahead of them, they always finished second or third or fourth. They couldn't make it. But this player, boys, when he came into the league, he had a lot of momentum because who he was traded for was considered the greatest reliever up until 1977 in the AL. And when he came to the Yankees, all hell broke loose because it became an overnight sensation. So we have to be talking about a very talented reliever and starter, Dave Righetti. Now, aboard David Allen Righetti in San Jose, pitched left-handed. He was MLB from 79 through 95 for the Yankees, Giants, Athletics, the Blue Jays, which a lot of people don't remember, Chicago White Sox. He served as the pitching coach for 17 years for the Giants between 2000 and 2017. Of course, some World Series titles there. Righetti began his career as a starting pitcher, but the Yankees converted him into a reliever, using him as a closer. In '84, he won the American League Rookie of the Year award. In '81, but became a closer starting in '84. As a starter, he threw a no-hitter on Independence Day 1983. As a closer, he was twice named the AL Rolaids Relief Man of the Year and pitched in 2 MLB All-Star games. He was the first player in history to both pitch a no-hitter and also lead the league in saves in his career. Dennis Eckersley later duplicated the feat, as did Derek Lowe. Now again, born in San Jose, his father Leo was a pro baseball player. His brother Steve is 13 months older than Dave. He trained his sons and became baseball players. Dave and Steve starred for the Lincoln Glen Little League team, Letterman, while with Dave playing the outfield and Steve playing shortstop. Now, Leo Charles Righetti, who looks an awful lot like his son, played minor league baseball from '44 to 1957. Now, Italian background, his father Marco immigrated to the States from Italy. Now, Righetti drew interest in senior Righetti from Joe Devine, a scout for the Yankees. He was an excellent fielding shortstop, though not a skilled batter. However, it was thought his skill as a pitcher could lead him to a career in Major League Baseball. He signed a $10,000 contract with the Yankees in '44, and they assigned him that year to the New York Bears of the International League. Now, in '46, he had a tough injury, cutting his right index finger in the process when he slipped and fell, which ended his pitching career. He remained in the Yankees organization as shortstop until 1950, when he quit the team. Now, his decision to teach his sons baseball, he passed on the best aspect of pitching, fielding, and hitting. Now, when Righetti, the junior version, attended Pioneer High School, Patty Cotterill, a scout for the Rangers in Major League Baseball, noticed Righetti and suggested he become a pitcher due to his throwing motion. As a senior, he was named the All-League team. Now, when he enrolled at San Jose City College, he continued his development as a pitcher on the school's baseball squad. He was named the Junior College Player of the Year, beating out teammate Dave Steve. So, two great hurlers in the same group. Now, at Colorado's urging, the Rangers selected Righetti on January 11, '77 as a 10th pick in the first round of the amateur draft. The Rangers selected Steve in the 6th round and told Dave that they would only sign Steve if he signed. Both Righetti brothers signed with the Rangers. Dave made his professional debut that year in minor league baseball with the very popular Asheville Tourists of the Class A Western Carolinas League, where he pitched to an 11-3 win-loss record. Now, Bull Durham and Dave Righetti got a lot in common. We'll get into that in a second. In '78, Righetti pitched for the Tulsa Drillers of the Class AA Texas League. In a July game against the Midland Rockhounds, just like Duke LaLoosh, he took a freak on the mound, recording a league record 21 strikeouts. Jerry Walker, scout for the Yankees, was present in the stands. Now, Yankees owner George Steinbrenner, while negotiating a trade with Rangers owner Brad Corbett that offseason, specifically waited until late in negotiations to ask that Righetti be added to the trade. Now, on November 10, '78, the Yankees acquired Righetti along with Juan Benitez, Mike Griffin, Greg Jemison, and Paul Mirabella, while the Rangers acquired Sparky Lyle, Domingo Ramos, Mike Heath, Larry McCall, Dave Rauschus, and Cash. The Yankees introduced Righetti as the next Ron Guidry. Righetti was also almost traded to the Twins a short time later in January 79. The Twins were unable to complete a deal in which Righetti, Chambliss, Juan Benitez, and Damaso Garcia would have moved to Minnesota in exchange for Rod Carew. Now that could have been a huge deal, and it could have won Yankees a whole ton of World Series in the 80s, but it never happened. Now, he made his major league debut with the Yankees on September 16, 79, wearing uniform number 56. In this game against the Tigers, he pitched 5 innings, striking out 3 and allowing 3 hits, 6 walks, and 3 earned runs. After Righetti made his second start, Yankees manager Billy Martin declared that Righetti will win 20 games next season. However, Righetti struggled with his control and spent the 1980 season with the Columbus Clippers of the Class AAA International League, where he had a 6-10 win-loss record and a 4.63 ERA with 101 walks and 139 strikeouts and 142 innings. Now, though Righetti pitched well in spring training in 81, the Yankees did not have room for him on the roster, so he began the season with Columbus. After he pitched to a 5.0 record and a 1.00 ERA with 50 Ks and 45 innings, the Yankees recalled Righetti from Columbus in May of 81. He was assigned uniform number 19. The Yankees reserved numbers ending in 9 for pitchers that they viewed as having promise. Dick Tidrow had number 19, while Catfish wore 29, Ronnie Davis wore 39, and Guidry wore 49. Righetti pitched strong as a starter for Yankees, posting an 8-4 win-loss record in 15 games started with a 2.06 earned run average and 89 strikeouts and 105 innings pitched during the 81 campaign. He was Rookie of the Year, beating Rich Gedman and Bob Ojeda. Righetti then defeated the Milwaukee Brewers twice during the 81 LCS. The Yankees did reach the World Series that year. However, he was knocked out of Game 3 of the 81 World Series early, which was won by the Dodgers. Now, in 82, Righetti pitched to an 8.53 ERA during spring training. Steinbrenner sought to demote Righetti to the minor leagues, but stated he got outvoted then. Through June 82, he had pitched to a 5.5 win-loss record with a 4.23 ERA. Though his 77 strikeouts were 4th best in the American League, his 62 walks were considered a problem, thus the nuclear loose reference. Now, the Yankees then demoted Righetti to the minor leagues for what Steinbrenner termed a 2.5-week intensive brushing up. Sammy Ellis, Righetti's pitching coach with Columbus, said that Righetti had been rushing his pitching motion, which was likely due to anxiety. Working with Ellis, Righetti made 4 starts for the Clippers, recording 33 strikeouts in 26 innings before he was recalled to New York. Now, Righetti finished the 82 season with 11 wins and 27 starts, a 3.79 ERA, and 162 strikeouts and 108 walks. His strikeouts were 3rd best in the AL, while his walks led the league. Now, on Independence Day 83, he threw a no-hitter against the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium. It was the first Yankee no-hitter since Don Larson's perfect game in 1956 World Series and made him an international sensation. This was also the first by a Yankee left-hander since 1917. He also recorded a swinging strikeout against Wade Boggs to end the game. 25 years later, Righetti reminisced about the contests. My biggest worry, because I had a tendency to fall towards third base, was him tapping a ball between me and Don Mattingly and me trying to get to first base. I threw a lot of fastballs during the at-bat, but that last slider I ended up throwing, he happened to miss it. Thank goodness. Now, in 84, Righetti was moved to Yankees bullpen to replace, of all people, Goose Gossage, who had signed with the Padres in the offseason as their closer. Despite the move being due to the Yankees having excesses of starters, many criticized the decision, arguing that Righetti was more valuable pitching as a starter, where he could cure more innings and more victories. Now, entering his first game as a reliever with the bases loaded, he did not allow an inherited run to score, retiring the final 7 batters of the contests. He proved even more effective in relief, averaging 32 saves per season over the next 7 years with the Yankees, and being named to an all-star squad in 86 and 87. Now, on October 4th, 86, he did the rare double. He saved both games of a doubleheader against the Red Sox, finishing the season with 46 saves and breaking the Major League record shared by Dan Quisenberry and Bruce Sutter. The record would stand until Bobby Thigpen saved 57 games for the White Sox in 1980. Righetti retained a single-season record for Southpaws until 93, when Randy Myers saved 53 for the Cubs. Righetti still owns the AL record for left-handers. Now, when he became a free agent after the 87 season, amid rumors that Righetti would sign a 3-year contract worth $20 million with the Tokyo Giants of Nippon Professional Baseball, Righetti's agent acknowledged that the Giants did make Righetti an offer, but stated that the value was considerably less than what was reported, and stated that Righetti would continue to pitch at MLB. The contract officer was later estimated at $10 million. Righetti chose to re-sign with the Yankees, a 3-year contract worth $1.5 million per. Now, Righetti did struggle with the Yankees early in '88, blowing 4 consecutive save opportunities, resulting in a chorus of boos from the Yankee Stadium crowds. He then recorded 5 saves in consecutive opportunities. Now, Righetti became concerned with directions the Yankees were taking and noted it as they had traded away Rickey Henderson, Jack Clark, and Dave Winfield that campaign. Now, after the '90 season, he signed as a free agent with the Giants, receiving a 4-year contract worth $10 million. While with the Giants in '81, he broke Lyle's major league record for left-handers with 238 career saves. Righetti's record stood until '94, when John Franco surpassed his eventual total of 252. Now, he saved 24 games in '91, but lost the closer role during the '92 season to Rod Beck. Righetti made a start on June 10, '92, his first start in almost 9 years. He pitched in middle relief for the Giants for the majority of the '93 season. Now, released by San Francisco after the '93 campaign, he signed as a free agent with the Athletics. After beginning the season with them, he was released. Then he was signed by the Blue Jays in May '94, but had a 0-1 win-loss record and a 6.75 ERA for the Blue Jays. And after the season, he was released by Toronto. Now, in '95, Righetti signed as a free agent with the White Sox. On November 9th, '95, he was again granted free agency, but no team signed him. Righetti retired to end his 16-year career, finishing with 252 saves, a 3.46 ERA, and a record 82.79 in 718 games. Now, in 2000, Righetti became the pitching coach for the Giants. Righetti's pitchers helped the Giants win the 2002 National League pennant, although the Giants would lose the World Series in 7 to the Anaheim Angels. Despite uncertainty if he would return to the Giants for the 2007 season due to a change in managers, Righetti announced in early November 2007 that he would remain with the Giants in his present role. He was a pitching coach for the staff that included Matt Cain, Madison Baumgartner, Tim Lincecum, Johnson Sanchez, and Brian Wilson that won the 2010, 12, and 14 World Series titles. An analysis by Fangraphs shows that Righetti has an uncanny knack for teaching pitchers to avoid giving up home runs. Now, according to the basic theory, has to do with positioning and the speed of the fastball. Now, after 18 seasons of working under Dusty Baker, Felipe Alou, and Bruce Bochy, Righetti was removed for his role as pitching coach on October 2017 and moved to the front office job with the Giants. He served as a bullpen coach for the U.S. national baseball team in the 2023 World Baseball Classic. Now, Righetti and his wife have triplets, 2 daughters and 1 son, who were born in '91. Righetti's sister-in-law served as a surrogate for the 3 kids. Now, the question of Baseball Hall of Fame for Dave Righetti. Obviously, as a coach and a player, he's put in literally, 45 years, give or take, into the sport. But he doesn't have the stats that stand up for inclusion because he's not won these titles with his great talent. But just look at the stats again. 82 and 79, 3.46 ERA, 1,112 strikeouts, 252 saves, and of course those consecutive years. So we're going to do a rough breakdown. Obviously, it's an eye to beholder, but Righetti, very popular to women. A big drink of water, 6'4", about 200 pounds. So save-wise, and the consecutive seasons really stand out for me because, like I said, the 8 years from 84 to 91. 31, 29, 46, 31, 25, 25, 36, 24. And again, what really stands out with 86 was the games finished. Games played were quite strong. 64, 74, 74, 60, 60, 55, 53, 61. Did pitch 54 games in 92 and 93, but again, but his ERA was through the roof in the 5 record. Now, the time in Toronto was 13 contests, finished 6 games with no saves and a ballooning 6.7 ERA, a 6.95 ERA, and with Oakland was 16.71 with with 13 runs given up. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's eye to beholder. Like I said, he did have a good 1981 playoff, going 3-0. But like I said, the key start that he lost at the World Series after the Yankees start off with a quick lead in the series, it can all be directly. That's where the wheel had turned when Righetti lost in that contest. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave it up to you to think if he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think he deserves it because what he's done, to the top relievers of the 1980s, the point to him, and the victory no hitter. I mean, that was just tremendous. That was a great day in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. And just to recap, for his the time as a starter in those 3 years, 8-4 in a short season, 11-10 and 14-8. He obviously would have been a more extreme pitcher, but like I said, as a reliever, he could give you 1 to 3 innings, and that's what you needed. So that's the story of the legendary Dave Righetti, still one of the most handsome players in MLB history, the Ron Duguay of the Yankees. If you like what they're doing here in relation to our tribute podcast, let us know in a like, comment, subscribe, or share.